Đây là Västerås Sweden, thành phố lớn thứ 5 của đất nước Thụy Điển. Tổng dân số là 128.660 người và diện tích là 1.137.8 km vuông. Ở đây thì cũng tốt, đẹp mọi người. Vị trí nằm cách Stockholm khoảng 100 km về phía tây bên bờ, là cách thuận tiện trong việc giao thông. Đặc điểm là thành phố này là thành phố công nghiệp phát triển, nổi bật với các công ty lớn, đặc biệt là OPP. Ở đây có cái lịch sử lâu đời và cũng là tầm quan trọng của thời Trung Cổ mọi người. Du lịch thì nổi tiếng về bến du thuyền, các hoạt động ngoài trời và địa điểm để phổ biến cho các du khách ở trong và ngoài nước đến tham quan. Thì mỗi chỗ nó có một cái địa điểm địa danh riêng mọi người. Hôm mai thì tôi xin nói thêm. Ở Thụy Điển là nói chung có ông người Thụy Điển, ổng sáng lập về y ký giả là bán nguyên cả thế giới này. Ổng đã mất mấy năm nay và ổng rất giàu, ổng đứng hàng thứ mấy của thế giới chứ không phải là thường mọi người. Và cái thứ hai nữa là xưởng lụa cũng là do Thụy Điển sản xuất. Hồi đó có cái xe shop nữa mà giờ đáng bán qua Trung Quốc rồi. Và còn vài ba cái nữa tôi không nhớ mấy. Thì hôm nay đây là Västerås của đất nước Thụy Điển. Mọi người xem hình và xem thêm. Và phía sau thì lại có dịch ra tiếng Anh. Mọi người có thể nghe thêm và để hiểu thêm về đất nước Västerås của Thụy Điển, thành phố lớn thứ 5 của đất nước Thụy Điển. Mọi người xem và ủng hộ nha.
Västerås Sweden. Västerås pronunciation is an urban area in Västmanland and the capital of Västerås municipality, the seat of Västmanland county and the diocese of Västerås diocese. Västerås is Sweden's sixth largest urban area with 131,643 inhabitants, 2023. In the urban area and 159,662 inhabitants, 2023, 7, in the municipality. The city is located on the northern shore of Lake Mälarens, approximately 100 kilometers west of Stockholm. Two of Europe's largest companies in electrification and power transmission, Asia and Svenska Metallverken, were founded in Västerås around 1900 and have a significant part in the city's growth. The companies were both involved in the electrification of Sweden at the time. Name Västerås City Hall. The city's earliest name was Westra Aros, Westra Aros, where Västra refers to the compass and Aros means mouth and refers to the outlet of the Svartorn River into Lake Mälarens. Östra Aros, which was the current port of Old Uppsala, originally just Aros, was located at the outlet of the Fyrisån River into Lake Mälarens, and is today called Uppsala. The town is mentioned in the Florence list, originally from 1103. As Arosa, 8. The name was shortened during the 13th century and the first half of the 14th century as Västra Aros, 1331, 9, or as Västra Aros, 10, in the middle of the 14th century. The first in Västra Aros disappeared and forms such as Westra Aros 1356 and Västerås 1368 arose. The long O in os was then shortened and eventually dropped. The name was written in the latter half of the 14th century, among other things, as Västerås in 1384 and Westra Aros in 1396. Around 1400, the longer had changed to A and the pronunciations Västerås and Västerås arose. 10. Through this vowel change, forms with A began to replace forms with O in the 16th century. For example, Västerås, HRS is the most common form in Gustaf I's registry in 1560, where several examples of spelling without R also occur. 9. By the beginning of the 17th century, the R had completely disappeared and the name was written only as Västerås. 10. The fact that the final form of the suffix has become Os has probably been facilitated by the fact that Västerås is located a short distance west of a ridge. Badelunda Åsen. 9. It has also been spelled Västerås. The city is called Arosia in Latin. 11. The city's medieval seal bears the Latin adjectival form of Arosia. 12. History Västerås around 1700. From Suecia Antiqua et Hodierna. Map of Västerås from the 1790s, the Folkmark Naden, in Västerås in the 19th century. Map of Västerås in the early 20th century. Origin during the Neolithic Age. Sea level was 35 to 40 meters higher than today, and most of what is now Västerås was underwater. With the land uplift, the area around the mouth of the Svartorn River rose, and during the Iron Age, sea level was 5 meters higher than today's level, which resulted in what would become Västerås rising out of the water. Traces of significant settlements and burial mounds have been found in central Västerås that date back to the Bronze Age. 13. With its city seal from the late 13th century. 14. And a time for the establishment of the city to at least the mid-13th century. 15. Västerås is one of Sweden's oldest cities. The city of Västerås officially celebrated its 1000th anniversary in the summer of 1990. During the construction of Västerås City Hall in 1953. The remains of a Dominican convent and a Black Brotherhood church dating from the mid-13th century were discovered. The buildings had fallen into disrepair after Gustav Vasa's Reformation Diet in 1527. And parts of the convent and church were used as building material in the restoration of Västerås Castle. 16. During the Great Wave of demolition in the center of Västerås in the 1950s and 1960s. Only limited archaeological investigations were carried out, and most traces of the older city have now been excavated forever. However, limited recent research has shown that a trading post was established here as early as the turn of the millennium in the year 1000, just north of Nikolai Church. A bronze foundry from the mid-11th century was investigated in the 1980s. 17. One problem is that the oldest sources often use the name form Aros, which can refer to both Westra Aros, Västerås, and Östra Aros, Uppsala. This applies, among other things, to the evidence in the Florence list from around 1120. 18.